Thank you, Dr. Harris.
I have actually two questions, but the answers will probably be short.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
first has
And
to
I
do,
can go, sir, I can go a little longer if anyone else has questions.
the first has to do with SNAP waivers, and I've heard your interest, and of course I'm very well aware of the chairman's interest in SNAP waivers for states with regard to banning certain foods from SNAP. But the subcommittee had a hearing on this last year, and some of the most compelling testimony came from a grocer from Georgia. He made two key points. One, that the government would need to establish codes for the thousands of products carried in grocery stores to determine what's eligible for SNAP, that they need to completely overhaul their IT systems to enforce the rules within their, and as he put it, 1 to 2% net profits. If the waivers are granted, and seems like there's interest in doing that, can I get your commitment that you would consider exempting small grocers from any waivers so they can have a chance to stay in business without having to comply with all of that?
I would love to learn more about that, and 100% that's my commitment. I mean, bringing rural prosperity back to every corner of America has to include supporting our smaller businesses. So it's not just small farmers, it's our small grocers, it's our small, I mean, just small everything. So yeah, let me look into that, and I would love to work with y'all on that. And in fact, even maybe talk to your grocer to give us his story.
Thank you very much for that. The second thing has to do with, and I know you referenced it in answer to one of the questions, the study on menstrual cycles of transgender men, mice, whatever. And you took great satisfaction in canceling a grant to a university for the study of menstrual cycles in transgender men, which really doesn't sound like a USDA study, and it wasn't. But that study was to research, process, and utilize 3 alternative natural fibers, regenerative cotton, regenerative wool, and industrial hemp, in the development of sustainable, reusable, and disposable feminine hygiene products, including pads, liners, and underwear for women and girls that could be grown in Louisiana, which basically was to promote the growth of agricultural products, the patents, et cetera, in Louisiana. Apparently, whoever read the grant, your staff obviously misread it, and of course, it resulted in a fraudulent, sensational, and misrepresentation of what that grant was about. So once it's read, will you reinstate that grant? It was a small grant to one of the 1890s in Louisiana for $600,000.
I will. My commitment is to go take a look at that. I mean, that is. It has been an interesting and fascinating effort as we've gone through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these contracts, thousands. Many of them are just sort of stunning. But yes, sir. Of course, I will go back and take a look at that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Rollins. Thank you for being here today.